Hello again, Cinephiles. My name's Jeremy.
And I'm Robbie.
And today we're reviewing the 2017 remake of Flatliners.
Enjoy.
Hear the music. Bond. James Bond.
Here's Johnny. Chewie, we're home.
Do you have plans tonight? Do you want to have fun with me later?
Courtney Holmes, I am mildly surprised, but offer accepted.
Midnight basement, sublevel C.
What's going on?
I would like you to stop my heart. You give it 1 minute, and then you bring me back.
Okay, now's the point where you say it's all a joke.
Flatliners was directed by Niels Arden-Oplev. I hope I got that name right. I apologize if I didn't. And it stars Ellen Page and Diego Luna.
Yeah, the story is based around like these 6 medical students who are doing like work experience or like practical assessment at a hospital, and Ellen Page's character decides that she wants to do a little bit of an experiment and basically get her colleagues to kill her and then bring her back to life within a minute, which, you know, it gives, she believes it'll give you like an insight to the afterlife, I guess.
What happens after death.
Yeah, and then somehow she'll remember it when she comes back, and, you know, her life will be changed, which is essentially what happens. And then once everyone else sees it happening, they all want to do it. And then one by one they go in, they go to the afterlife and come back, and they just start experiencing really weird things. Like they've tasted the afterlife now, and now it's coming back for them. So that's pretty much the whole story, and then it's just them trying to figure out how to stop it happening to them.
So this was a bad movie.
Yeah, it wasn't the best.
Yeah. I haven't seen the original film. This is a remake. A lot of people thought it was going to be a sequel because Kiefer Sutherland is back in it. This is not a sequel, it is a remake. And it's boring, really. Like,
yeah,
it's not that.
Like, it's supposed to be like a you know, jump scare horror film, but it kind of lacks in all departments, really. Like, even the acting is a bit weird. Like, it's a very traditional cliche horror. You know, something weird happens and then they're all like, oh, let's check that out. What was that? Let's not run away in fear like a normal person would do.
The whole film comes down to really smart people, and these are smart people because they are medical students.
Yeah, exactly.
Smart people making dumb decisions for 2 hours.
Yeah.
That is literally the plot.
Technically what they're doing isn't possible to begin with. Not only that, is the medical terminology they use is really inaccurate. And most of the film is just generally inaccurate. Like, the way they do the CPR and the procedures, they're not medically accurate.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know anything about, you know, anything medical. I don't know really CPR, but even I could tell, like, it just didn't feel genuine.
Yeah,
it didn't feel like the real deal.
It wasn't right. Like, these kids are supposed to be setting up their career to become successful doctors.
Yeah.
But they can't get the simple things right, which is just, it just doesn't make sense.
No.
The jump scares were pretty, like, there was a fair few of them. Some of them could catch you off guard. Most of them,
A couple of them caught me off guard, but in general...
But that was it, though. There was nothing else to it. It was just sort of dodgy jump scares that came out of nowhere and haunted these people.
Yeah.
And none of them acted like they were being haunted. Like,
no. They were so casual about the whole thing. I'm like, you're being haunted, like...
It's essentially a demon. Like, it looks... what it feels like is like a demon haunting these people.
That's what doesn't even make sense, because they set it up that it's hallucinations that are haunting them. So, you know, that they get scared by image and things like that, that makes sense. But then when you see a character being dragged across the floor, a hallucination doesn't do that. You can't physically pick up a body and move it. And so it feels like everyone was on a different page with this movie. It's like everyone's coming together and trying to make a different movie, and it's just a mess.
Yeah. Just it didn't flow together properly, and it was very on and off at times.
It doesn't even really have a resolution. The ending is so it just fizzles out. You feel like it's building up to something, and it just the end. It still doesn't make sense, like how it ends. It's such a cop out ending almost.
Yeah.
The premise is interesting.
Yes.
But it's just executed so badly.
I feel like a lot of films nowadays are doing that. They have an awesome storyline that has so much potential, and it just who knows what the writers were thinking. They just doesn't work when they write it down on paper, and they might think it looks really good, but when it's actually done on screen, it's no good.
Yeah, and when you look at the talent behind this, it doesn't make sense either, because the director is the one who did the Swedish Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, which I haven't seen, but it's praised as one of the greatest films. The writer is the writer of Source Code with Jake Gyllenhaal, so this should have been something good, and it's just there's some weird writing decisions as well, like plot twists and things that come along. You're like, why is this happening?
Yeah, no spoilers, but one of the characters, she basically admits to the hospital that she works at that she essentially accidentally killed a guy and altered the autopsy report to avoid getting in trouble. And this is a bit closer to the end, where she admits that, and all the hospital does is puts her on probation. Now, in the real world, especially in America, if that happened, you'd be in jail. You'd go to court, you'd get trialed, you'd spend the next 20 years in jail. No questions asked. But not only does she get to continue being a medical student and potentially go on to be a doctor, she just gets a probation, which means she has to be careful on what she does. And that's just an example of the inaccuracy in this film and how much it annoyed me so much.
It's just very unimaginative. It could have been something good, and it just wasn't. Kiefer Sutherland, if you're a fan of the original, don't go here expecting to see Kiefer Sutherland, because he's got maybe 2 scenes. It's more of an extended cameo than an actual role.
Yeah.
Ellen Page is good, but she's very underused. And Diego Luna, he's a good actor as well, but again, he's very underused. And then the other students who they kind of focus on, they just don't really bring anything to it.
Yeah.
Just bad 2D characters, there's no development or anything. I don't really have anything else to say about this movie.
Overall, it's a good idea that just was executed poorly.
Skip it. Skip the movie. Yeah. What do you rate it?
2 stars out of 5.
Yeah, I'm going 1.5.
Defense just not stabilizing.
This experiment needs to end right now.
Wake up. I should have told you this wasn't about science or discovery. It's been over 4 minutes.
I did not know that the side effects would show up and start hunting us down.
This was my fault.
Alright guys, thanks for watching. That's it for today. If you like what you saw, please subscribe down below. We've got plenty more content coming out. And let us know what you thought of Flatliners. Keen to know what you guys thought. What do you think of the original film? How do you think it compares? Until next time, my name's Robbie.
I'm Jeremy.
And we'll see you at the movies.